inside any modern classroom, you'll find that a lot has changed. There's no longer one type of learner. The teacher is no longer the focal point of the classroom. Rather, the student is, and each student has their own unique learning style. As the world changes, so does the classroom. And as educators, we need to outfit ourselves with the skills and technologies to make sure we can meet the needs of our students. Students are dynamic, and they change and grow based on their environment. My unit will focus on LS1A, the Common Core Standard of Structure and Function, that all living things are made up of cells, and within those cells, special structures are responsible for particular functions, and that the cell membrane forms the boundary that controls what enters and leaves the cell. The unit will also focus on the technology standards of creativity and innovation, communication and collaboration, research and information fluency, critical thinking and decision making, digital citizenship, and technology operations and concepts. The objectives of the unit is to have students be able to name the major organelles of an animal and plant cell, and to be able to connect an organelle structure to its role in contributing to the overall function of the cell. Students will also be able to list the main parts of the phospholipid bilayer and how its structure affects the movement of water, small particles, and large molecules in and out of the cell membrane as it relates to hypertonic, hypotonic, and isotonic solutions. Class time instruction will be supplemented using a variety of technologies, such as social media, Facebook, Google, YouTube, and Edmodo. Students will have the opportunity to use iPads both individually, in pairs, and in whole class discussion, and make use of word processing programs such as Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Students will also use the smartboard when getting presentations from teachers and when also presenting to classmates. The needs of all types of learners will be met. Those that are naturalists, intrapersonal, musical, kinesthetic, verbal, logical, visual, and interpersonal. Visual learners will benefit from video clips seen on YouTube and United Streaming, as well as PowerPoint presentations. Verbal learners will also make use of PowerPoint, as lectures are supplemented by presentations in the Cornell style of note-taking. Musical learners will use freesong.org to find songs that represent different actions learned about in class. Those of the intrapersonal intelligent will benefit from reflecting and writing their thoughts on class blogs, posts on Edmodo, and replies on School Loop. Those with an interpersonal intelligent will work collaboratively in pairs, groups, and in whole class discussion using iPads, computers, and a variety of applications. Kinesthetic learners will participate in body-favored games of the cell membrane and its movements and compare it to notes offered in PowerPoint presentations and edu-creations. Finally, logical learners will make use of apps such as MindMeister.com in helping them create graphic organizers to help supplement notes. For a final product, students will work in pairs and compose a song that describes each organelle and its function. Students will use the GarageBand application to create music for their song, and then a PowerPoint presentation to teach the song to classmates. Finally, the song will be uploaded to YouTube. Students will also develop a PowerPoint presentation describing hypertonic, hypotonic, and isotonic solutions. Students will use an iPad to photograph the steps of the lab in which they place the gummy bear in a salt solution, sugar solution, and cup of tap water. They will then measure the dimensions of each gummy bear and screencast themselves in a PowerPoint presentation explaining the effects of each solution. Each presentation will be loaded to the class website. As technology changes, so do our classrooms. As educators, it's our responsibility and privilege to help our students adapt to these changes and make them as strong as possible for a better tomorrow.